super easy. It's a quick couple of pumps, slather it on and just leave it. You don't have to do anything after that. And it's morning and night, really, really easy. About a month in, I had a meeting with some friends and they all accused me of going to get fillers.
The best thing about One Truth 818, I think, was the ease of use and the way it made my skin feel after a very, very short period of time.
Probably took a couple of weeks to notice a difference, but really the plumpness and the glowiness of the skin just felt a lot more hydrated, and even though I started off wearing the serum and a hydrating moisturiser, I stopped that very, very quickly because you just don't need anything extra.
I would say about a week was all it took. Probably sooner than that, but I've been so busy.
Also, it's so quick and easy to do. It's not something that you've got to plan into your day because it's just a 2-second pump, slather, go. It's not something you've got to think about, so it's good.
Hi, I'm Gabby. Welcome to UTV. Okay, hands up if you've slathered hyaluronic acid, retinol, or vitamin C on your face, or maybe you've tried skin resurfacing in the hope of turning back the clock and, well, looking younger, let's face it, that's what we want. Most of us have been there. But if your skin's true potential is written in your genes, how much can you really change with surface level fixes? The answer is, well, you can't. Not without epigenetic skincare. Now, epigenetic skincare is very different to temporarily masking wrinkles or undergoing treatments that could actually be aging you faster. This is next level science that influences your genes at a biological level to actually undo aging. How about that? Let's give you the details. One Truth 818 has been created from Nobel Prize winning breakthroughs, right? $33 million in research and 11 years of investigation. So instead of having skin that temporarily looks younger, how about actually having skin that is like Lorraine and Trudy and others that we're going to meet throughout the show. Now, it sounds so good, doesn't it? But you, our UTV viewers, can step into the future of skincare right now. You can stock up. You might be trying this skin-saving skincare for the very first time. And here is the deal. With the Spring Saver Trio, you are going to get a 15ml serum, the Atomiser, and an Enzyme Masque for only $199. You're going to save $72 today, plus you're getting free delivery Australia-wide. And you've also got the part payment system. So jump onto it. This is the Spring Saver deal, and it's your opportunity, as I said, to either stock up if you are a One Truth 818 user, or if it's the very first time that you are thinking or considering about this, it is time to learn about this life-changing and skin-changing trio and the amazing results that it can deliver. From none other than the One Truth 818 founder, Rachel DeGua.
Hi Gabby, how are you?
Welcome. I'm great. How are you?
Good, it's so lovely to be here.
It's great to be here. Now, I'm loving the trio of products.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to put together something that was really incredible and would deliver the results that you've been seeing in some of the before and afters already, but that was also really affordable. You know, save time, save money, save your skin. You know, I wanted to do it all, and this really is the bundle for that. So you're going to be getting the iconic serum, which is your 5-in-1.
Yep.
So this is going to replace your moisturizer, your eye cream, your neck cream, your pigmentation treatments, your lifting, jiggly, saggly, wrinkling. Everything to do with aging is what this is going to replace, as well as the moisturizer.
Brilliant.
Night cream.
It's an all-in-one.
All in one. The Atomiser will replace your toner, but it's an anti-aging treatment. And the Enzyme Masque is where you get your instant smoothness from, and it has wrinkle-relaxing properties in it too. So we're going to move on to all of that and let you know about all of them in detail and show you how to use them as well.
Affordable luxury, I'm loving that. But we are all on the quest for, you know, youthful and, you know, skin that we want to be proud of and feel good in. But most of the other products that are out there on the market are surface layer, right? Surface layer.
Correct.
This is what you referred to as epigenetic skincare.
Yes,
what does that
correct.
mean?
So epigenetics is a new branch of science, and it means that you can actually tweak things within your DNA to work better for you. So, you know, I won't bamboozle you and we're going to take it step by step, but literally it means that the gene inside your cells, which is making your skin old, we have the ability to tweak that. Wow. And that's where all those years of research and all that money went into, was finding a way to tweak it.
Wow.
So with other skincare products or moisturizers, for example, you might just get a little bit more moisture on the surface of your skin, or at worst, you could be aging yourself faster. And I do want to get into that, but just for now, I want you to take this little mantra that cell division equals aging. Again, I'm going to explain all of that in a second, that Nobel Prize winning science, but I just want you to have in your little mind right now, cell division equals aging.
Right, okay. We are going to have a little deep dive into a clip about accidentally aging your skin faster. We'll be back in a moment.
Cell division equals aging. Yet many products damage your skin by increasing cell turnover in order to bring younger and fresher cells to the surface faster. Without knowing it, you could be accidentally aging your skin faster. One Truth 818 goes to the root cause of aging, supporting telomere health and cell lifespan with the power of TAM 818. Clinically and dermatologically proven. Real results, real people. When it comes to anti-aging, there is only one truth. One Truth 818.
It's so different to what the beauty industry or magazines or salons are telling us, Rachel. I mean, incredibly different, worlds apart.
Yes.
$33 million of research, Nobel Prize winning award ingredients, should I say, that are in your products.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, I think sometimes, like, especially if you've only just met me for the first time or you've just tuned in for the first time and you think, how is this person telling me the complete opposite of what the skincare industry has been telling me? So don't just take our word for it. I'm going to introduce you to my colleague, Dr. Bill Andrews, who made such groundbreaking discoveries in the true cause of aging and age reversal that his discovery was touted as the best discovery since antibiotics. Check out Dr. Bill Andrews.
Dr. Bill Andrews is known worldwide as not only an award winner, but one of the most esteemed doctors when it comes to discovering the secret that stops the appearance of aging in its tracks. Across the USA, Asia and Europe, Dr. Andrews is in high demand. He frequents Korea and presents at the world's biggest conferences on aging and skincare. He's always seen on TV and in the news, such as the Today Show America that ran a huge story on his discovery, and Korean TV where K-Beauty is taking the world by storm with its skincare products. Dr. Andrews spent $33 million on the discovery of the TAM 818 molecule, and this ingredient is what has made the One Truth 818 one of, if not the most potent, powerful and effective products in the world right now. Try the serum the industry leaders are talking about. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818.
Well, everyone, it is your time to order. Here we have the Spring Saver. Now, this is what you are getting. You are getting the 15 ml serum, you are getting the Atomiser, and of course you are getting the Enzyme Masque. Now, it's valued at $271. You're getting it for $199. That's a saving of $70 plus. You are getting free shipping and part payments are available. Now, you can hit that QR code, you can get onto onetruth818.com.au or you can call 1-800-000-818 and it is your chance to stock up if you've been using and loving this brand. If you are a first time One Truth 818 buyer, purchaser, if this is your first order, right? Sign up as a VIP for a further 15% off and then you'll get the entire regime for around what, $169? Incredible value. Rightio. Now, Rachel, it's time to get back to the science because this is quite an education, a simple education, but we're talking about cell aging or the cell division. How do we undo that cell division and skin aging?
Correct, because I know there's a lot of you sitting there thinking, hang on, I need to know, why is it that what I've been told is wrong? Okay, so let me just tell you how a cell ages, because we're not taught this through high school. We do know that cells divide. That they taught us in high school. But every time a cell divides, telomeres, which are long protective tails on the end of your DNA, shorten to protect your DNA. They're very smart. But when they get down to about 5,000 base pairs, too short for the cell to divide happily, that cell it decides to die instead.
Right.
So rather than mutate, it dies. So the telomere is there and every cell division, it tick-tocks down.
Right.
And when it's not safe for that cell to divide because the telomere is too short, the cell dies. So that's why scientists have literally called telomeres our clock of aging. And startlingly, you only have about 50 cell divisions before that cell dies.
Wow.
So you don't want to be doing things that increase cell division, increase cell turnover. The way that we heal and repair is through cell division. So when you go and get treatments or you're using harsh retinols or things on your face that need reparative work, it happens through cell division. So you are actually speeding up the aging process. And so that's why I said take all of that. What you need to remember is that cell division equals aging. And that actually, you know, how telomeres protect cells and are involved in the aging process was actually awarded a Nobel Prize. It was very significant science. So the skincare industry goes completely against it for reasons probably to do with financial, that they want to keep making money from you. That's just a guess. But the science of skincare industry does not match up with the real science. So how do we undo that, right?
Okay.
Because there's only one way. It's not to increase cell turnover, which is what you've been taught. The only way to make a cell younger is to make that telomere longer again.
Okay.
You don't end up with an old cell with a long dangly telomere. You end up with a younger cell. And this has been proven not just by Dr. Bill Andrews, but by hundreds of thousands of labs all around the world.
Right.
So, of course, once Dr. Bill Andrews discovered that there is actually a gene inside our DNA that can be switched on, that expresses an enzyme that re-lengthens telomeres,
Love that.
the aging world turned on its head, right? So Dr. Andrews discovered telomerase. There's a gene in there, but there's a block on it, right? So the cell divides, the telomere shortens, we're out of here.
Right.
What Bill discovered is that inside your DNA there's actually a gene with a block, but if you can remove that block, that enzyme runs to the end of the telomere and re-lengthens it again, undoes the biological aging process. So of course he spent his life's work finding things to get that block to shift, and what he found, the strongest, what we call telomerase activator in the world is TAM818.
Wow. Now,
And that's what's in
TAM818 is
In
what you
here.
have. It is the hero ingredient in your product range. But let's hear it from the expert. Let's hear it from Dr. Bill about his discovery.
Telomeres are the very tips of your chromosomes. Your chromosomes are where your genes are. They're encoded on a molecule called DNA. Well, DNA is like a long string of beads. And think of these long string of beads as a shoelace. The beads are called bases, and a typical chromosome is about, or a typical DNA molecule inside a chromosome is about 100 million bases in length. Well, think of that as a shoelace, as I said. The caps on your shoelaces are the same as the telomeres on your chromosomes. So on this long string of beads, the very tips of these things are called telomeres. And they protect your chromosomes the same way that the caps on your shoelaces protect your shoelaces.
Fascinating. So the telomeres are there to protect our chromosomes, right? Is that right?
That's right, yes. So without telomeres, we would have mutated ourselves out of existence. So they're pretty significant when it comes to health and science. So when your cells divide, you don't get a 100% replica of what that one cell was before.
Right.
So instead of losing a piece of your vital DNA, you lose a piece of your telomere. I mean, go the telomere.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a protective cap. But it has its limitations. And do you know, actually, Gabby, what horrifies me is that it was discovered about 70 years ago that cells can only divide.
17 or 70?
70, would you believe, that they have a finite life. And that cells will divide through cell division.
Okay.
So science has known this for a very long time. But during that time, think about what the skincare industry has done. The complete opposite.
Wow.
And now everybody has this incorrect messaging that cell division will make your skin younger. In fact, it is aging you faster.
Wow. Well, Dr. Bill, I mean, he's an expert in his field, and he is going to explain to us a little bit more about the telomerase and how that helps.
We started off with discovering that, as I mentioned, every time our cells divide, our telomeres get shorter, but that's not true in our reproductive cells. Our reproductive cells, the cell divides, the telomeres don't get shorter. And we discovered this enzyme called telomerase. Telomerase is produced in our reproductive cells, and what happens every time the cell divides, telomeres do get a little bit shorter, but then telomerase re-lengthens it back to the original length. Long story short, we have found that if we overproduce telomerase in cells, we find that the telomeres actually start getting longer, which was the first hint that we actually had discovered a way to possibly reverse human aging and declining health. So we took this enzyme and we put it into normal skin cells. Remember, it's only produced in reproductive cells, but when we put it in normal skin cells, we found that these cells stopped aging and actually became younger by every method of measurement you can imagine.
Okay, so we are getting 3 products in this Spring Saver pack. How do you recommend using them, Rachel?
It is so simple. I used to own a skincare clinic and I would sometimes have to write down routines for people, and it's like, tick this for morning, tick this for night. So I really did not want that, nor is there a need. So you have got your anti-aging atomizer, which has got TAM818 in it, that telomerase activating molecule. It is so easy to use. So I literally, on a clean face, 3 spritzes is going to cover my whole face.
Beautiful.
And you'll note that I've actually just done that over makeup.
Yes.
It's completely oil-free, so it actually just gives you a little bit of a glow.
Love
The
that.
TAM818 will still find its way in there. It's a small molecule, so don't feel like you can't do this over makeup during the day. And then over top of that, I'm going to pop the iconic anti-aging serum.
The must-have
which is
iconic anti-aging serum.
It is just the favourite. I mean, it feels like a velvety gel, almost like a primer, except it sinks immediately into the skin. Now, I've got 1 pump on here. I haven't got my arm to go up, or I could. 2 pumps does the entire face, eyes and neck area. So the recommendation for the serum is 2 pumps twice a day over that entire area. Now, before I move on to the Enzyme Masque, I'm just going to tell you a little cost-saving way to use your atomizer and serum if you want to make them literally last for twice as long. So a lot of people have got a makeup they like to use, or an SPF in the daytime, or they've got their daytime routine sorted. Now, science and our clinical trials tell us if you activate telomerase 2 times a day, you get better bang for your buck. Your results are way more. You don't want to skimp on that.
Okay.
So what you can do is use your atomizer in the morning.
Easy.
Pop on your SPF, your makeup, do it that way. And then at night time, use your serum. And that way you're getting twice as long, but you are still activating the TAM818 and the telomerase twice a day. So there we go. That's a real cost-saving tip for you. Now, sticking with the number 2, I don't want you to use the Enzyme Masque any more than twice a week.
Aha.
Here's what it does, though, because Gabby's never seen it before.
No, and
She's been pretty excited.
I'm really excited because
Yeah.
I know the incredible results of the One Truth with the TAM818, but I haven't used this. What do I do and how? Why? What do I do and why do I do it?
Cool. So as always, I've put too much on because a little goes a long way with our
A little
products.
goes a long way.
This is your instant smooth. So as soon as people learn that cell division equals aging, they start saying, so is exfoliation evil, Rachel? You know, it's skin damage is evil. A little bit of exfoliation is not. So what this does is it does not touch the healthy skin, the healthy cell skins at all.
Okay.
It just sort of eats away the glue holding the dead skin cells on.
Oh, okay.
So that they can flake off of your face and leave it feeling really smooth.
And is that why it says enzyme? Because the enzymes are doing their job?
Correct.
Okay.
Well done.
Let's have a look at the benefits because they are immense and people really are, well, singing about this hero product in reviews, but we're talking about promotes collagen. What promotes?
Yeah, so rather than just shove collagen in something, because you know I like to be a bit more clever than that. Instead, I've put ingredients that promote and switch on the production of collagen. The instant smoothness I've explained by just dropping those dead skin cells off. Now relaxes muscles.
How?
This is very clever.
How?
I've got 2 peptides in here which have been proven to reduce the strength of muscle contractions and also to reduce the frequency of them. Ooh. So rather than have to go and spend hundreds of dollars on something that might actually freeze your face and lose your animation, this just relaxes the muscles slightly,
Love
which
that.
of course in turn stops the skin dropping into wrinkles there.
Love that.
Softens skin, energises cellular function, that's the CoQ10 that's in there. It instantly hydrates, it's got squalane, it's got hyaluronic acid, it's got organic coconut. Fights free radicals, full of antioxidants. It's so easy to use. What I just did on my hand is what you're going to do on your face. You pop it on. It's 99% naturally derived and 70% organic. So the ingredients that are going to drop those dead skin cells off, the AHAs, we're talking about a tiny amount of glycolic, lactic and AHAs. The hyaluronic acid I've talked about is plant-based because our products are always vegan.
Nice.
We've got vitamin A, C, E, which are antioxidants. We've got the CoQ10. We've got those wrinkle-relaxing peptides. 13 nourishing oils. Ooh. Now, when people talk about exfoliation, what I want to tell you is that this mask is putting in more than it's taking away.
I love that.
So when you take it off, you don't feel tight and stripped. It is not destructive or bad for your skin at all.
So these are all the oils.
Yeah.
Organic coconut, seed buckthorn, organic green tea, organic licorice root, grapeseed oil, red wine seed, organic jojoba, rosehip, apricot kernel oils. Now, we know individually those ingredients provide a function, but collectively with all of the other science, I mean, incredible results and incredible that you are taking off, like you said, the dead skin layers. But I've got to ask you, if I did have any other skin treatments that I had used, such as, I'm not sure if I can say, injectables and bits and pieces, can I still use this product and these products?
100%. In fact, I always recommend that to people because a lot of people do use injectables for whatever reason. But I just need you to understand that even though you might not have any wrinkles on your face because you've completely relaxed that, you're not looking after the quality or health of your skin.
Gotcha.
And I think in 20 years' time, you don't want to look like someone 20 years older who has injectables but who has bad skin.
Gotcha.
So if you're already investing into your skin, you know, and it's a lot of money, you need to actually look after your skin as well.
At a cellular level. Now let's learn more about the Enzyme Masque because I am intrigued and I think I need to invest. let's be real. The science is incredible, and so are the results. Now, what I want to do now is hear about Julie's experience with using One Truth 818.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm 66 years old. It's a quick couple of pumps, slather it on and just leave it. You don't have to do anything after that. And it's morning and night, really, really easy. About a month in, I had a meeting with some friends and they all accused me of going to get fillers because we had talked about fillers because I used to get them, and they had said next time would I please take them so they could see what it was all about because they were too scared to go themselves. And I'd said yes, but I'm not going to go again, and they accused me of going.
Oh, if One Truth 818 was to do something with bags around my eyes and my eyelids, I would be thrilled.
My eyes, they're not quite so saggy and baggy, top and bottom, which has always been a bit of a bugbear. So that worked. Well, it's taught me that I should have looked after my face all these years, and I haven't. My daughters are very annoyed with me about that. But also it's so quick and easy to do. It's not something that you've got to plan into your day because it's just a 2-second pump, slather, go. It's not something you've got to think about, so it's good. Yes, I would. I've already told my friends who thought I'd had fillers about it, so. Super easy.
Wow. Inspirational, isn't it? Now, what I want to do straight away is show me Julie's before and after. Let's take a little look, Rachel, and I want to discuss because, people talk about skincare and say, I just want to feel like I've been on a holiday and had a couple of good nights sleep, or I want to feel like or want to look like my skin did 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Obviously, we can't turn back to our 20s or 30s when we're in our 50s or 60s, but have a look at this in only 8 weeks?
Yeah, so this was a 2-month, 8-week trial that Julie only used the serum. So you can see, and you even heard her say herself, I want to do something about my eyes. And she'd said that she'd been getting fillers. So she'd gone to some professional clinic and they'd said, oh, the only way that you can actually improve your skin is by having fillers. So they'd sold her those. And lo and behold, 2 months of using an easy skincare, nothing else, on her face. Now, you can see it has lifted the eyelid. The crow's feet have really significantly decreased. There's even pigmentation on her cheek, which is diminished. And, Julie is thrilled. Who wouldn't be?
Oh, who wouldn't be? And it's all about, reversing and results for everything and easy to use. It is One Truth 818 and it is a spring saver deal. It's the perfect way to start that change for your skin, right? Rachel, we're going to tell everyone to order. It is that time of the show. You need to get this stock. What are we getting and why do we need it? Let's get through this fast. We've got the serum. The serum is the all-in-one. We're using it for?
We're using it for face, eyes, right over the eye area and neck.
Okay.
And it's moisturiser, serum, you need nothing else.
You
just
need twice a day, 2 pumps. We're getting the Atomiser so you can split it if you like. What's that for?
So the Atomiser has also got niacinamide, hyaluronic acid and aloe vera in it. And it's oil-free so you can use it as many times a day as you want to really amp it up. Or like you just touched on, Gabby, use the Atomiser in the morning and the serum at night to really stretch out the Spring Saver pack for you.
Enzyme Masque, what are we using that for?
Instant smooth,
Ooh-hoo.
instant glow.
Love it.
Really safe exfoliation with wrinkle-relaxing peptides.
Incredible value. It's valued at $272 today. You're getting it for $199, saving $72. Now, if you are a first-time user, you're going to need to get onto the website, the One Truth 818, become a member. It's free to join, and you'll get an additional 15% off. But it gets better. You're getting free delivery nationwide, around the country, straight to your door, and of course, you have got the after payment. You can use the part payments. Give it a go, because you know what? If there's something that we know at this channel, it is that One Truth 818 sells out time and time again. Why? because it works, because it's delivering results. It's delivering science-backed skincare. It's delivering skincare at a epigenetic level. It's a lot to take in, right?
Yeah, it is. And we actually, you know, for a long time, our tagline has been scientific skincare, because we believe that other skincare is just not following science.
So speaking of science, let's start from the beginning. What is a telomere?
So a telomere is like a long protective cap or tail on the end of your DNA. Every time your cell divides, that telomere shortens. And you've got 50 cell divisions before the telomere is so short that the cell won't divide. It will instead choose to die. So basically, telomere shortening is the aging process.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of, you know, elicited through cell division.
Right.
So when you've been told, hey, Gabby, if you want younger skin, increase cell turnover, it's the opposite of what Nobel Prize winning science is telling us. Now, Dr. Bill Andrews discovered a gene within our DNA called telomerase. It's got a block on it, but he worked out, after $33 million, 11 years of research, he worked out a way to shift that block. Now, that gene called telomerase will express an enzyme that runs down the length of the telomere and re-lengthens it again. So the way to do it is with the molecule TAM818. It's as if that door on that gene is attracted to TAM818.
Yeah.
So it shifts it. So the cell divides and aging happens. TAM818 helps telomerase to express enzyme, and the aging process is reversed. So a young cell is what you want.
I mean, it's
collagen,
just
elastin,
all of those
even
things.
pigmentation. I mean, if someone said have a younger face or have an older face, I know which one I would
I
be
know which one
choosing.
I'm taking. I know which one I'm putting my hand up for. And it's that eureka moment, right? It was the discovery of that, well, 314,818,000th molecule. I mean, can you imagine testing that many molecules? Let's hear some more from the expert, Dr. Bill, about how he discovered that ingredient.
Well, we've been working now since 1999, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to look for chemicals and natural products and practically anything that will get inside of human cells in a petri dish and turn on the gene for telomerase. We have tested, well, we first developed a very high throughput screening assay that we could test cells with, so we can test like 4,000 different chemicals a day, looking for something that would, when added to human cells in a petri dish, and then let the cells incubate for 24 hours, then the next day break open the cells and ask, did those cells produce telomerase? We have an assay that allows us to do this 4,000 times a day, all robotic and stuff. And so we started testing all kinds of chemicals at random. We tested over 300,000 different chemicals, actually found 900 of them would actually induce the production of telomerase at low levels. And we were able to then look at the structures of all these chemicals, or at least our medicinal chemists looked at the structures of all these chemicals. In a very short period of time, we ended up finding stuff that, at least one chemical that was 16%. We found a lot that were like 10%, 12%, well, one was 16% of what we need, and we called that TAM818, telomerase activating molecule 818. And that's our strongest, in fact, it's the strongest chemical on the planet right now for inducing telomerase.
Incredible, isn't it? I mean, the science, it blows my mind. It's fabulous. But the results are equally amazing. Now, I want you to take a listen to Leanne's story. Have a look at the results.
Hi, I'm Leanne and I am 53 years old. One Truth 818 Serum was so easy to use. It's a one-stop shop. You just put it on and leave it, and it's fantastic. So easy.
Did you receive any compliments?
Yes, I did actually, mostly from people at work who had said, oh, have you had some work done? Or, you know, how old are you? And 53, and wow, you don't look 53. Probably took a couple of weeks to notice a difference, but really the plumpness and the glowiness of the skin just felt a lot more hydrated. And even though I started off wearing the serum and a hydrating moisturiser, I stopped that very, very quickly because you just don't need anything extra. Probably the ease of use, and that it was just one thing to use, and the results that came, as I said, after 2 weeks, it was noticeable. Today I felt less confronted about not wearing makeup, so yeah, it feels a lot healthier, Even under here, I made an effort to put it on my neck because I could see signs of aging there, and for me, I feel like it's made a really big difference. It's much, much smoother. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gosh, it's quite a difference, isn't it? Cool. It's exciting. Yeah. I'm so happy using One Truth 818. Yeah, I love it.
You can see the confidence. You can see the radiance just flowing out of Leanne. I mean, let's have a look at the before and after, because the results, Rachel, I mean, they speak volumes. You can see her skin is glowy. What are we looking at?
This is hilarious. Your reaction when it popped up. Gabby just went, oh, wow.
Oh.
And it is a bit of a wow moment. And you can see, in Leanne's glow that she felt that too. But particularly the eye area for Leanne, like those really deep crow's feet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're not just talking about superficial, moisturising or adding a little bit of hydration on the surface of the skin. We're talking about correcting older cells so that they then produce collagen, produce elastin, and build the structure behind the skin. But her whole skin tone has changed.
The pigmentation. In the top photo, which is the before, she looks like she's got that red, a bit pinky, a bit red.
Yeah.
And is that irritation or is that pigmentation or both, maybe?
That is a lack of strength within the skin. Because as we get older, your skin does get a little bit weaker. So the capillaries end up closer to the surface.
Gotcha.
And then it means you get irritated and sensitive to things a little bit more often. So her skin is actually stronger, which gives it that gorgeous, even, kind of dewy, and she even said that too, that tone in the after shot. The bags under her eyes have also lifted because cells are functioning better.
You can see, but what I love, Rachel, is you can spend a lifetime of testing and trying and buying and using products, but you can purchase this today, and in only 8 weeks' time, you may have results just like Leanne. I mean, it is the one product. It is simple, it is easy to use, it is for the eyes, it is for the face, it is for the neck. There are no special techniques needed, there are no other tools or implements needed. It is time to order. Here are your details. It's One Truth 818. It's the Spring Saver. It's $199. You're saving $72 today, and if you join the One Truth 818, if you become a VIP, you're going to get another 15% off. You're going to get it delivered for free. You are saving over $72. It's yes. It is win-win-win. It is get it home, give it a try, do it before. Make sure you do it before, because the after happens very quickly. The after happens in 4 to 8 weeks. Imagine walking into the office after all those years and people are saying to you, what have you done? Something's different about you. Your skin looks fantastic. That is like having your own little cheerleader right here. Order now. Get to the phones, 1-800-000-818. We'll be back in just a moment with some more from Rachel.
One Truth 818 is revolutionizing the world of skincare. It contains TAM 818, the most expensive active ingredient in the world that is patented and exclusive to One Truth 818. Independent clinical trials in Italy showed reversals of the major signs of aging on 100 volunteers in as little as 2 weeks. 11 years of research and $33 million invested by award-winning microbiologist Dr. Bill Andrews, PhD, and his team at Sierra Sciences led to the discovery of the TAM 818 molecule. This active ingredient is the strongest of over 350,000 other compounds tested. It's so powerful that it's scientifically proven in vitro to slow down the aging process. The discovery of telomeres, the protective caps of our chromosomes that shorten as we age, redefined the aging process and was awarded a Nobel Prize in Physiology. Dr. Bill Andrews then went on to discover human telomerase, the enzyme that re-lengthens telomeres and reverses and stops the aging process. One Truth 818 is the only skincare system in the world using TAM 818 and endorsed by Dr. Andrews. It was created by Rachel Degas, a skin expert who many are calling the pioneer of epigenetic skincare. She is credited for her work in conducting the largest ever topical telomerase activation studies. You only need to use the smallest amount. It is extremely potent. It can replace several products, including neck creams, eye creams, lip creams, moisturizers, and pigmentation treatments, which saves you time and makes this serum even more affordable. It's time to discover One Truth 818, stemming from Nobel Prize-winning science, and treat your skin like never before. Reverse, correct, and prevent with One Truth 818, the world's biggest scientific skincare breakthrough. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818.
Well, if you've just joined us, welcome. We are discussing the very unique One Truth 818, which has been created from Nobel Prize-winning breakthroughs. $33 million in research and 11 years of investigation by molecular biologist Dr. Bill Andrews. Now, Rachel, what are we talking about here in your skincare?
It's so different, isn't it? So we're actually talking about making skin cells younger again. So we're talking about the reversal of the aging process in your skin. The only way to have a younger cell, so have a younger skin cell, is by re-lengthening telomeres, because telomere shortening is the aging process. Now, TAM 818, the exclusive patented active ingredient in the One Truth 818 range, is the world's strongest telomerase activator.
Wow.
So it switches that gene on to release that enzyme, to re-lengthen telomeres and literally undo the biological aging process. So it is like nothing else that you've ever met before. Now, the 818 is actually in the serum and the atomizer. So when you are spritzing this on your face, you don't need to spend money on a toner anymore. This is going to take the place of your toner, but it's an anti-aging treatment. So you're going to be lengthening telomeres with TAM 818 when you pop this on your skin. And again with the serum. Now, when I say it goes over your eyes, I mean it. You've seen the eyelids lifting. You've seen the bags underneath decreasing. Go right over your eyes.
So what are we replacing?
So you're replacing your moisturizer, your eye cream, your neck cream, your pigmentation treatments, hydrating treatments. You know, don't do a day cream and a night cream. Don't confuse yourself. Just use this.
The serum.
Yes.
All
Or
right.
as a spring saver, this in the morning with your SPF over top, and this at night. And then the third component is the Enzyme Masque, which is going to help build collagen.
Oh.
It's going to help promote elastin production. Of course, it's instant smoothness, and it's got the wrinkle-relaxing peptides
Love
to
that.
help soften those lines.
So what are we replacing?
So with this, I don't want you doing any of your old exfoliation.
Gotcha.
This is your new
Gotcha.
way forward.
Science-backed skincare, and we've covered a lot of science, right? Now, this has seen some fabulous results. How about clinical results? So tell us about the tests performed in Italy.
Yeah, so they were the very first tests that we ever did. So we had all the lab results from Dr. Bill Andrews and thought, you know, wow, the skincare industry really has got it wrong. But we needed irrefutable proof that what I was going to present to you is absolutely true. So I went to Abbott Laboratories in Italy and I got 100 volunteers over a 30-day period. I have still not to this day, Gabby, heard of a skincare trial as large as that one.
No.
Now, what you can see is over those results, so doctors did these measurements, not me, that skin smoothness improved by 9.63% in the eye area. Forehead wrinkles decreased by over 14%. Crow's feet, the wrinkles there decreased by over 11%, and skin firmness improved by over 20%. Now,
Absolutely
this is
incredible.
not just results, this is safe as well. Dermatologically tested,
Yes.
non-toxic, non-sensitizing, non-irritating.
Incredible.
Here's some images that they took at
Wow.
Abbott Laboratories
30 days.
Just 30 days.
One product, no special technique, no special, appliances needed with this. This is your one-stop product for your eyes, your face, your neck. Have a look at day 1 to day 30. Those fine lines, honestly, they are erased. But not only that, the colour. It's a more even pigment, more even skin tone. There's less of that redness in that one spot. It's more of an evenness, but the lift in that upper eyelid, absolutely incredible results. Let's hear from one more. Now, her name's Cassie.
Yes.
She's going to tell us all about this product.
Hello, I'm Cassie, and I am 44 years old, but now I look 24 years old. I really enjoyed using it, and it was so easy to use. I actually spent a bit longer than I might do normally using it. I enjoyed taking an extra moment in my day for rubbing in this nice smelling, nice feeling liquid onto my face. I've always had super dry skin. It's just one of those things. I normally wear a moisturiser, but it sort of wears off halfway through the day, or I still end up feeling very dry, and I have been absolutely loving using the serum. I have not needed to use any extra moisturiser. With that, the skin is definitely a lot plumper, which is really lovely. A week was all it took. Probably sooner than that, but I've been so busy. But definitely after a week, I was like, actually, I don't need to put any moisturiser on. It's just sort of a waste of time. I'll see how it goes without, and it was absolutely brilliant. So, see, that's awesome. And I've loved it. Thank you.
Fascinating and award-winning. Now we're going to talk about elasticity and firmness before we run out of time. What are we looking at here, Rachel?
Well, you know, to actually increase elasticity, it means that your cells have to be acting like a young cell to produce elastin. So this really tells us from this graph that the telomerase is being switched on and making that cell younger. Because you stop producing elastin, basically straight after puberty, sorry to say. So if your cell is producing elastin, it means that your cell is becoming a younger cell again and acting like a younger cell.
So this is for the ladies, this is for the fellas, this is for absolutely everybody, but let's talk about firmness.
Yeah, you've seen it on people, and now this is the statistic and the graph behind it explaining the science there. So you can actually see that skin firmness improved by over 20% after 30 days.
Wow.
Which is
That's
phenomenal.
A lot.
Yeah, so you
That's
really
a
do
lot.
see results very quickly when you do skincare right.
20% in 30 days is a phenomenal statistic. But we really want to show you one more before and after, because the results speak volumes. Her name is Rachel. Let's take a little look. Or actually, can you tell me, sorry Rachel, can you tell me what's happening here?
Here we go, and this is Mika. We've jumped over Rachel.
Sorry.
Mika. That was right. She had so much to say that we don't have enough time. But look at the pigmentation here and the marionette lines that are starting to form
Around the mouth.
Around the mouth.
I can see the two on the left, and then it's like they're not even there.
And around the nose. So these are the things that people are getting told they need to have injected out. It is not true. If you can actually have skin acting like a younger skin, which you can when you use a scientific skincare like One Truth 818, you can actually have younger skin again. It fills itself back in.
Even around the nose, the folds around the nose. It's time for you to get this product and get it home at free delivery. Here's the deal. It's One Truth 818. It is the Spring Saver. It is a 15ml serum. It's the Atomiser. It's the Enzyme Masque, and it is only $199. You're saving $72 today. You are going to get that delivered for free. And if you are a first-time user, or if you haven't joined the One Truth VIP club before, get onto the onetruth818.com.au. Join the club. It's free, and you'll get an additional 15% off. All you've got to do is pick up the phone, call 1-800-000-818. Go to onetruth818.com.au, scan that QR code and give it a try. But I do urge you to take a before, because the afters are phenomenal. Rachel, we've only got a few seconds left. What would you say to anyone sitting on the fence thinking about shouldn't I? I've tried so many things before. What would you say?
The Spring Saver, you're going to save your skin, save money and save time. This is the time to give it a try if you have never tried skincare that works before.
It's science-backed. You saw the before and afters. It is an incredible opportunity for the ladies, for the fellas, any age, any skin type. You've got the serum, you've got the spritz, and of course you've got that enzyme, and you've got all wrapped up in a beautiful product range. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us.
My pleasure.
Bye now.
Cheers.